I'm so hungry I could eat Ethan Porter, I told my 14-year-old daughter as a joke. She looked at me like I had just exposed her biggest secret. What did you just say? She asked with her voice suddenly sharp. I laughed and told her it was one of those trends where you pick a random name from someone's phone to see how they react. I grabbed your phone off the counter and saw the name Ethan Porter in your messages, so I just went with it. She snatched the phone and clutched it to her chest like I had just threatened to throw it out the window. Who is Ethan? I asked. He's nobody, just some guy from school. I asked which class they had together. You don't need to know every single detail of my life, she snapped. The defensiveness was way too intense for an innocent question about a classmate. You need to tell me right now who this person is. Her whole face crumbled. I met him online a few months ago. Hand me the phone, I said, and she clutched it tighter. You're going to overreact and ruin everything we have. I told her she was 14 years old, and that if she had been talking to some stranger online for months, then I needed to see those messages right now. She finally unlocked it and handed it over with tears forming in her eyes. The conversation went back 3 months. He claimed to be 16, said he went to a school 2 towns over, and wanted to know everything about her life. What time she got home from school, whether her parents worked late, if anyone ever checked her phone. The deeper I scrolled, the worse it got. He kept telling her to keep their conversations private because he didn't want anyone to ruin what they had. I looked up at her. Have you ever video chatted with this guy? She shook her head. His camera is broken. I asked if she had ever talked to him on the actual phone. He's more comfortable texting. Every answer made this worse. I screenshotted his profile picture and ran a reverse image search while she watched. The photo belonged to some college kid in California who had posted it on his public Instagram 2 years ago. I turned the screen toward my daughter and watched her face go pale. That doesn't mean anything, she whispered, but her voice was shaking. Have you made plans to meet up with him in person? She didn't answer. I need to know right now. She stared at the floor. He wants to meet at the park near the library at 4. You're supposed to be at work and I was going to walk there after school. I looked at the clock and it was already 3:15. Why does he want you to keep everything a secret if he has nothing to hide? She couldn't answer. Stay inside and lock the door behind me. Her eyes went wide. What are you going to do? I grabbed my keys off the counter. I'm going to find out exactly who has been talking to my daughter. I made it to that park in 8 minutes and positioned my car where I could see the bench she described. 4 o'clock came and went with nobody showing up. Around 10 after, a silver sedan pulled into the lot and just sat there idling. A man finally stepped out looking around like he was searching for someone. He was at least 40 years old with gray in his beard and a gut hanging over his belt. He walked to the bench and sat down with his phone in his hand, typing something. Right on cue, my daughter's phone buzzed in my pocket with a new message from Eathan.